Hello TikTok, it's your boy Darius. So today the name of the story is, where is Eddie Winslow? So if you're too young to remember, Eddie Winslow is a beloved 90s character from a TV series called Family Matters about a cop and his family living in Chicago. The character Eddie Winslow was played by the beloved actor by the name of Darius Mccrary. I basically just ran across a video on YouTube, not realizing he was dating someone who's in my industry, who goes by the name of Sydney Starr. Now don't get me wrong, that's my girl, but some shit don't look right in this video.
Receiving a lot of injustice in the state of Michigan.
For what?
I was under some issues.
The child support stuff. Got it. Okay.
And here we go.
Child support.
But you paid it off and got right out, and then you got arrested again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel that they should have spent more time where the real story is, in the prisons. I'd like to see more about them old sweaty men's all together in them tiny little cells with no one to turn to but each other's. Ooh, drop this. I get it.
Yeah, they've taken money and they have money. They have no reason to do what they're doing. Like, this is, I've been targeted. Like, it's ugly, and I'm not gonna.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
Darius, no one is targeting you, love, okay? Just want you to know that. It seems to me that the mother of your children has a nice house, and she has a very expensive car. And in your head, you equate that you are funding that, which I understand and I get, but it's not real. At the end of the day, when you're put on child support and you are not making those payments pile up. And so when those payments pile up, they send out a warrant for your arrest, which means that you're neglecting taking care of your child because you don't want to give the money to the mother because she has nice things. That is none of your business. That is none of your business what's done with the money, because you have to remember, she's in those children's life 24/7. You're not. She's a full-time parent. You're a part-time parent who's given funding for their part-time parenting. I don't understand how people think because they're giving someone $500 or $1,000 a month for child support, that equates to you taking care of your child. First of all, if the person does not have health insurance, do you know how much some of those co-pays are on those medical bills? $500 and $600 and $700 a visit. So you really think that the mother of a child can take care of a child off of $400, $500 a month when they have to provide food, child care, health care, dental care? I don't see no fathers doing that. I see mothers doing that. So I understand where you're coming from, but you need to get out your bag, bro, and handle your responsibilities. That's why the government got involved, because you're not handling your responsibilities, because you are envying your wife because her life is better than yours at the moment, and you feel like you're funding it. I'm sorry if you can't use that money to trick off. Your child is more important.
It's fucked up in this country because if you call a certain card, you're looked at a certain way. So then I have this challenge of, now I've said this, so, oh, you're weak because you're using that as an excuse. Well, I'm going to say this has nothing to do with race. This is bias against me as an individual.
Really?
It's individual. You know, Mr. McCrary, we're not on Hollywood's time, so you're gonna have to do whatever we're doing here, because you can call them and tell them that they have to push their schedule around. You used to have a flexible schedule in Hollywood. First off, I was even talking about Hollywood.
Yeah.
What if I was?
I will also become rich.
Just put the fries in the bag.
The judge said that because everyone knows that you're a child star who's been around for a very long time. So when you work in Hollywood, you think everything in the world is supposed to revolve around your schedule. That's not how the courts work, sir. In this case, you're like any other average American who has to abide by the same rules and fucking standards. Get out your bag, sir.
Asking for the court schedule because I was doing something for charity that day, and I didn't want to disappoint some kids.
If you was doing something for a charity, that sounds like an excuse, son. And number two is, you doing something for some kids. How about do something for your own kids? I love how motherfuckers will go out there and take care of everybody else's kids but their own kids to make it seem like they take care of their kids. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here.
What about that?
Yeah.
But you automatically assume that I'm talking because you are assuming that I have an ego, which every man does. But maybe I was able to put a W in front of my ego and create a we-go. So I'm thinking about us, and I'm first thinking about my child here is what you should be thinking about, the best interest of the child. But you're not thinking about that. You're thinking about how you can crucify this entertainer who just happens to be a black man, so that makes it even better.
Sir, it seems like everyone else is thinking about your child's best interest but you. Here you are on a podcast and tricking off on motherfuckers instead of paying your child support. Make that shit make sense. I feel like I'll be in the fucking upside down sometimes with some of the idiotic and stupid shit some of these people say and do on camera. Like, bro, you're doing a podcast with somebody. You got my homegirl, fucking Sydney Stardia, and then there's 5 or 6 other people in the fucking room, and y'all in there talking about, oh, those are my daughters, but these not even your real fucking kids. Like, bro, what are we doing here?
Target, and that's what your focus is, Mr. Your Honor. And I won't call your name out or the other one because you said in the last court hearing that us judges get along. I'm not going to talk about the judge who was on the bench who got kicked off for the racial slurs. Whoa. That in that county, that wonderful county, and the prosecutor who just happens to be a financial forensic accountant, and her job is financial crime. So what does that have to do with my son's well-being, who's 17 years old?
You say what it has to do with your son? Well, it has something to do with your son because you're not making those payments, sir. Oh, and to keep stating the age of the child as if that fucking matters. Okay, we get it. He's 17 years old. You still owe child support, nigga.
In the state of Oakland County, Michigan. But I was going through a serious depression.
This is all about a 17-year-old? Tell his ass to get a job.
I'm 22. Pause. I love how men like to say, oh, how old is he? Oh, he's 17. Oh, well, he should get a job. Whether the child gets a job or not, Darius is still going to owe that money for child support. So his son can get a job. Y'all sit here trying to make the child look bad. The child support has nothing to do with the child working. Like, am I crazy? Maybe it's just me. But no, the child has nothing to do with that, sir. Him getting a job is not going to stop Darius from paying child support because he's going to have to pay that until he finishes that balance that he owes. And even if the child turns 18, that debt that's still there sitting with the courts, he's still going to have to pay that. And if not, he's going to keep getting arrested and it's going to become more and more money.
Whataburger is hiring.
You a funny cat.
I mean, come on, man. 17. Child support for a 17. You're barely a child.
Who was actually in my care? I raised him from the age to 7 years old, 6 months, 7. His mom had to get us up together. But anyway, it's brought a lot of anguish. My children, man, it's hard. It's hard for a man to be a father, you know, in this country.
It is not hard being a father in America. It's not. It's really not. It's how take your ass to work, take care of your kids. If the relationship don't work, you can still be in your child life. But in order for you to be in your child life, you can't be worried about who his mom is sleeping with. You can't be worried about what she's doing with her money or the money that you gave to her for that child, because at the end of the day, she's going to do what's best for that child. Clearly, you would rather run the streets with the girls and doing podcasts instead of trying to work your way into your child's life. I love how people leave that possibility out. Like, while you're doing this podcast, you could be doing something to get closer to your child, but you're not doing that. Because the first thing that y'all love to say is, oh, well, the mother of my kids won't let me see them. Yeah, it's because of the way that you act. You're a bad influence. I wouldn't want you around my children either.
You know, especially, let alone, I hate to say it, just keep it real. You're a black man, you have double problem. So I'm just gonna keep it real. It's not a thing, not a cop out, ain't none of that. This is what it is. Wow. So I was going through a serious depression, man. You know, and I've never really had bouts of depression because, you know, life has really been good. But what people don't understand about life is you got to take the good with the bad. This is not gonna be all you know, shit. The brake job on a Rolls Royce it cost you $20,000. Shit, but you know, yeah.
I heard you
doing my way, preggo, but I'm still doing moves like Beyonce. Yeah, I said I'm pregnant. Get the child support and pay my rent. Your opinion is irrelevant, cause I'm a baby mama. I can do just what I want. Turn up.
If she a baby mama, she gon' do that baby mama.
Work.
Stop worried about that woman Rolls Royce. Just worry about making them payments, okay?
said in another interview.
Yeah.
That metaphor.
Yeah.
It's like, you know.
But it's real. But a motherfucker want to roll a Rolls Royce, but you don't know to take the roll of Rolls Royce. I mean, you get that when you get that $20,000 brake job bill, what are you gonna do? You gonna cry about it, bitch, or you gonna get your motherfucking ass up and get, because you chose to drive that Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Did nobody say drive this Rolls Royce? You wanted that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, when you're going through whatever you're going through, you know, and that's why I take full blame for making my children. And
blame is a verb that is used to hold someone accountable for a bad outcome. Is that what you're saying that your child is? Because no, you said that. No one else, okay?
I have no problem giving my life for my children. But when we look at our children and the system weaponizes them against us to destroy us and to divide us and to splinter us and to shred us and to shed us, to demonize us, I mean, destroy us individually, collectively, and it's been done systemically. What else can you say, man? You know, so it's heavy.